Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janae. I run a blog called I Love Luxe, and I love luxury, beauty, fashion, and travel. If you're not new, welcome back. I look different. Again, that is a theme. I'm not sure which video is going to go live, but basically the next few videos I'm wearing wigs because I need a relaxer. I'm trying to stretch it. I don't have time. I'm back and forth with moving, the house, all that. So that's why we have wigs. Okay, so wigs will be the vibe for probably the next 2 weeks, so just get used to it. But anywho, today I am going to be introducing you to two new tools. This is in partnership with T3. If you don't know or don't follow me on Instagram, I am a T3 ambassador for 2020, and they are launching 2 new products, and I'm gonna demo them for you today. So that's how I got this sleek look. I've had this wig for a very long time, but I brought her out and she's actually curly. So I'm gonna show you how I went from this to this in like 20 minutes, super easy. Also, I want to walk you through some of the kind of like fun facts. Okay, so before we get into this look and how I styled my hair, let me introduce you to the 2 products. So first up is the Luxxe ID, and then we have the Curl ID. So a flat iron and a curling iron. Basically, both of these have the ID technology, the heat ID technology, where basically they can provide you with the heat that your hair needs exactly. So I know it's very advanced. But let me give you a little breakdown. So basically you can input your hair texture, you can input your hair length, and then you can input if your hair is color treated or not, and the device will give you the right amount of heat to make sure you get your desired results without damaging your hair. Hello. Typically I would not flat iron a curly unit, but I knew it would be safe with these products because it wouldn't be excessive heat and it would give me the look I needed, but just the right amount of heat that I needed. So again, you'll see how I went from like super curly to kind of like sleek. I didn't have to pass it over a bunch of times, and my hair feels like soft and shiny after the fact. So that's what that does. My heat ID is number 8, and I'll show you kind of like how you choose all that. It's very advanced, it's very fancy, which you know I love. But I'll show you how you choose all of that. I'm also gonna leave a link below so that you can figure out your heat ID if you're interested. And these products launch, I believe, today. I'll put it right here, the exact date. And then I'll also leave below links and a coupon code as well. So let's get on in to the video. So here's a little close-up of the tools. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to turn them on and get them started. So first you just hold them down and you'll hear them. They will start dinging and everything will light up. And then you just select what you need based on your hair type. And this is how you find your heat ID. The numbers, once it lights up, those little flickers, whatever that stops on, that's your heat ID number. Okay, let's get into styling this hair. This is my favorite curly unit, so I'm excited to see it straight. So first I'm going to brush it all out. Of course, I don't want any tangles. I want to make sure everything can like glide through the flat iron really smooth. And then I'm just going to pin it back so I can work on section by section. That's just how I do it. I know some people do like half their head at a time, but I like to do just like section by section around. And then I am just gliding it through, super easy. I'm not taking super small chunks either. And I really don't want like a curl, but I don't want it bone straight, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to get like a little curve, I guess we'll call it that. So I'm just going section by section with the flat iron because I want to get it super smooth. And then you'll see how I use the curl ID. I like to just go through my crown to make sure it's not looking like too wiggy. So that helps me like flatten it out and really get kind of like the base of the wig to like be really smooth and really flat and close to my head as possible. And then I'm just working through the next section. Of course, I'm trying to brush every piece out to make sure I can get through each strand and get it as straight as possible. So that's all I'm doing, and I'm just going to go around my head. But you can see how curly the unit is to start and then how straight it gets. And I love that it still has the texture that I need and like that bounce, but it's still getting like smooth and sleek. And then I'm just going to do the same thing all around my head, take piece by piece and go through it, smooth it out, get any tangles out, get all of the curls out, and try to give that little like curve. Again, I don't want it to be like too curled, but also don't want it to be bone straight. I just want a very like sleek little bob. Not sure if I'm going to need to cut this yet, so stick around for that. We may need to do like a little cutting in the front because I feel like it's a little longer. Once it's straightened out, I kind of noticed it more. And again, I made this wig. I'm not a professional, but I just used a glue gun and sewed the closure onto it. And that's how I made it. Super easy. But you can see my hair is looking really shiny and really sleek. I like that a lot. And it's just not looking too like stringy or like too straight. It still has a lot of bounce and a lot of life to it, even though I'm getting that look. I really love how it's turning out. And that's kind of a quick little tip. Whenever you're wearing wigs, I like to make sure I go in through the crown, all around the head. As I curl, anytime I see something that's not super flat, just go in with some type of hot tool. Some people use like the pressing combs, but I find this works just fine. Okay, now I'm just finishing up the bang area. I'm kind of just brushing it out. And I do need to cut a little bit of the fringe in the front just so that it can kind of like fall a little nicer. So I'm just doing like up cuts, I think that's what it's called, so it can fall a little nicer. And then I just added a little bit of hairspray to the front to kind of give me that volume that I like, and that's pretty much it. Okay, queen, so you just saw me get this look. Again, it was super fast. I didn't have to pass it over like the tools a bunch of times. I used mainly the Luxxe ID to kind of like flat iron and straighten out my hair and just give this slight little bump at the ends. And then I used the curl ID just to kind of like flatten out my crown and anything that was just kind of like looking lumpy and bumpy. So this is the look. Again, I will leave all of the links below. Make sure you head to t3.com so you can check out your heat ID and figure out like what your heat ID number is, as well as my link so that you can save. And again, I believe this is launching today. Thank you to T3 for partnering with me on this video. Of course, if you stuck around this long, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Follow me on Instagram at Luxxe and read my blog, highlow-luxxe.com. Also follow me on TikTok for daily outfit inspiration. I think that's everything. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.